Greetings, fellow humans. Welcome back to OpenTTD from 1733. We've had a good effort in recent episodes at attempting to improve our performance in the area of trains with the minimum profit. But this is going to be the last video for a while, and I am pretty sure we aren't going to bring that up above the 0 point. And a big part of me, particularly, in light of, I've had a look on some of the forums and whatnot about how to go about doing this, and I think at least part of the answer is have better trains. Have better trains, because for all of the fact that we are worlds away from where we started when we just had horses, or when we had the very first sort of one-cylinder experiment trains, which had a top speed of like 6 miles an hour. That was our very first train. Although we are past that, our trains are still not super powerful, super good. This is the most recent little addition we have to our network, and it's going okay. I think we need to give it some time to see how it's going to go. But yeah, these I think what I need to do with the sand trains that we have is to basically knock a couple, I think, of the carriages off them and add another train. I think we would do better with faster, more frequent deliveries of slightly less. You see, my issue is that these trains, they don't even test the speed limit of our bridges. They top out, as you can see there, 43 and a bit miles an hour. So I think we drop 2 potentially carriages, wagons off the back, and yeah, improve their frequency, I think, is the thing to do. Yeah, and I think that will help. I hope that will help, because the production here, it's often gung-ho, the sand production. These guys are making the money. They can do a delivery a year, and this is the engineering supply route, which comes over the mountains, comes all the way over here. So even though it's a long route, it comes from here. What's this fella doing? Why are you turning around? Heading for Hundingston Bay Valley. Huh. Are you full of goods? Engineering supplies. Okay. Yeah, we might have messed with this train's ability to turn around and things. So, but still, there we go. Basically, I believe that these trains are going to make money reliably every year. That's the engineering supply route, so I'm happy with that. And it should mean, if you excuse me, we should always have sand waiting. Which is kind of the key point I want for these trains, is that, you know, the sand route is obviously not massively profitable, and I therefore want to help out as best I can, and the way to do that is to ensure that they don't have to wait any for sand. That's the plan. So, that seems all well and good. Now, like I say, I'm going to take a pause. I've been doing these videos, I think, weekly for most of the year, and I fancy messing around with some other games. So this will be the last OpenTTD video for a while, but I will come back to it. And I will come back to this game series once I've had a wee break. And so, when I do come back, I am going to have a mind on the minimum profit for when I end the game. I'm not yet sure what my sort of exit criteria are going to be when I'm going to consider this game done. I'm going to have a think. It's certainly, you know, I would like to max out all of these. That's going to be part of it, but I may impose conditions on myself in terms of cities connected to as well. That would be pleasing, or potentially industries connected to as well. But we shall see. We shall see. But one thing I do want to do then, if, as I say, you know, this minimum profit is at some point going to be sort of, I'm going to pay some attention to that, is this whole mess here, which I mentioned in a previous episode, is one of those situations where we're losing money. I'm pretty sure. This is a hangover from the early days of steam trains. This route here was, as I said before, designed to be profitable at 6 miles an hour. And the thing about it is that we no longer go at sort of 6 miles an hour. So I've got a few sort of options. I can either take this coal from here, and the iron ore from here, and the coal from here to a steel mill that is further away, or I can take coal, iron ore, and potentially scrap metal as well to this existing station from further away. And of course the other thing I could do is both of those things. I could basically change these trains to take the coal further away and set up another steel mill, you know, at a greater distance. And at the same time, I could also bring in coal and iron ore from a greater distance away. So that is, I think, the approach I'm going to take. So I think the first thing to do is to work out where I'm going to bring new iron ore and coal to this location from, because it needs to be a decent distance away and preferably relatively flat. So Let's see. I know, again, I could look at the map, but okay. So here's a coal mine, an iron ore mine, another coal mine, another iron ore mine. All right. So that's pretty good, I would say. We do have the rules about not removing river tiles, so that's going to be a challenge to overcome. But we could, once we're past the rivers here, we could just hook up over here. Yeah. So, yeah, I think that's what we shall do. I shall shut up, as is traditional, and let's go ahead and build ourselves iron ore and coal routes from down here at the south of the map and join it up there. Okay. Okay, so that was handy that I totally intentionally, of course, YouTube left myself that little land strip to get back. So, without much fanfare and ado, let us set ourselves up. the routes. So I think we'll go, let's go 4, and we're going to send it here. We're going to full load, and then we are going to send it all the way to here, and we are going to clone that train, and we're going to clone it again, and then let's clone but change here. So let's change that to iron ore, and let's change the route. Like so. And let's clone that twice as well, and send one train on its way and hold off on the other. So that's part 1. We have established these lines, and that's, you know, I'm relatively okay with how that's going. Obviously, you know, we've still got trains pulling a lot of heavy goods, so I did want to minimise the time that it's sharing the line with this passenger route. So we will get some slowdowns on this stretch, but not too much, I should hope. And yeah, you know, I've set up obviously this route back here, so that's a decent start. Obviously, it'd be nice to see those going on their way, but just trying to figure out if would I be able to hit both of these with one station and still adhere to my, yeah, it doesn't look like it, mind you. Yeah, no, not with the rivers being as they are. Well, let's have a think then, because it would be nice to get these guys hooked up as well. We could do that. Let's think. If we did that way, and then did that this way, then let's see about this. Have I screwed this up already? Just trying to get past this without. Yeah, I might have screwed this up already. Just trying to get past it without having to blow up the river, obviously. It's kind of awkward, isn't it? But that will get us across the river. think I've just I think all that terraforming has put paid to any plans I might have had of connecting up to Hundborn. But you know, we shall see. And then yeah, let's go ahead and join this up over here. I think I will do it like this. I think that makes sense. And we might split out from that here and tunnel our way under the station. Which, you know, tad bizarre, but that will get us where we want to be, I hope. I think. Yeah, the only issue then is getting there and back again. On this side. Okay, well, again, I can't help but think that tunnels are better. There we go, that's a tunnel under. No. There we go. And a tunnel back. Like so. Yeah, I think then we've just got ourselves enough room to get back where we want to be. Let's see. That can hook up to there fine. Guess the issue here is going to be that actually we're going to want this like this. Yeah, that's not ideal. Neither is that, but it's what we have. So we shall make do. I'm going to send these guys on, assuming that the other trains have filled up and headed off. I'll just add in a little bit of spacing on the initial setup without having to bother with all that timetabling malarkey. And what have I done? I have missed out a key component, and that is this bit. Yeah, you know what we could do? We could do this, couldn't we? Just bridge it up and over like so. Okay. Then screwed that up big time styly. Oh well. Let's just finish these off. And there we are, with 2 more stations to hook up. So let's clone you and set you up for coal, and you can go here. Full load. There we go. No, I sent you the wrong way already. There you go. And let's clone you a couple of times. Ah. There we go. And then similarly for the coal, for the iron ore route, let's change you up to iron ore. Delete that. Have you go here? And then clone you twice. Of which we set off now. Okay, so we've got 3 trains on each route. Just got a couple of them stopped. You know, and I think that when the final reckoning is done, this is going to be clogged up. But the next thing that I will do is to unclog it on a future episode, I think, by rerouting the iron and the coal from these places to a different place. Yeah, because wow, it's going to get busy here. Very, very busy. Okay. There we go. Yeah. So that's something, isn't it? That's we have added in routes that you know, these are longer routes for our heavy freight. Oh, that is a point. Let me just make sure that these are all correctly added into heavy freight. Oh my gosh, I can see how lax I have been. But you know what? I think all of these actually are heavy freight. Ah, no, that is express freight. These are heavy freight. That's heavy freight. I see how badly things go when you forget to kind of... that is express freight. That is also express freight. And I think the rest are all heavy. I haven't yet worked out a way to group these. There's no sort of shift or control click, so I might be missing something, as is often the case. But yeah, let's just finish grouping these. Okay, there we go. So yeah, it's a good start, I reckon. I think that'll be fine. Basically, this will take a little while to sort of sort itself out and get all up to speed. I need to get rid of that and then put that on it. There we go. And then this guy. Might have screwed this one up somewhat. He's waiting for a free path. And presumably, he's waiting for the other train to go. Is the other train just gonna... Oh yeah. Let's do that then. Yeah, there we go. I mean, again, it's clunky, isn't it? My stuff somehow always seems to be. Let's add a fourth train into each one, because I think they could probably use it. And if not yet, then at some point in the future they certainly could. And then, I reckon that will be pretty good. There we go. So yeah, that's a step towards, I think, a better and more profitable iron industry. I think, yeah. And yeah, it's a little clogged up initially. It will spread itself out and even itself out. I dare say it's going to be a bit of a quagmire at this end until I reroute all of these. So yeah, that's it. We are on the cusp of 1933. So 200 years of game time after I started the game. I've seen I'm going to need to update these bridges. I think that's going to have to be a thing I do in the next episode as well. Go through and update all the bridges. Here's another thing. I haven't found a way of doing that other than doing it manually. I'm unaware of an option to just replace all bridges with the fastest available bridge. But if anybody knows of a way, please comment and let me know. Otherwise, the next episode, whenever it comes, you're going to see me rambling on whilst going through and replacing all of the bridges, one bridge at a time. But that is it for today, and that's going to be it for a while. As I say, I will come back to this video series. I'm going to have a think about how many more episodes we do and, when we consider this series done. But I've right enjoyed playing OpenTTD, and I've gotten better both at doing the videos and playing the game. So who knows, after I finish this series I might even do another and maybe challenge myself a little further and maybe try and learn some better station layouts, as everyone keeps suggesting I ought to. So yeah, different stuff coming from next week. Do check it out. But as always, thank you ever so much for watching, and until next time, take care of yourselves.